Columba Blango of Great Britain, the East Dulwich man.
It's something I dreamt of since I was young. I said that I want to be pro. If you're determined enough to want it, it will come to you. Dream big.
Blango, a best this year of 47.90 seconds.
Don't limit yourself.
Nobody faster than him in the world this year.
There's a reason why it's a dream. What will define you is the outcome, what you make of your situations. It's a privilege to actually not only be part of the national team, but to represent them also and to achieve my personal goal. My name is Columba, Paralympic GB, T20 400 representing Great Britain. So I started Crystal Palace, that's my beginning, so that's where I started. So I started and then I joined the club, Southern Harriers, at 16. So that's when I started officially running for them. And at the time I was also a student athlete as well, in between secondary school and college. And then from there I just over the years trained, became faster and stronger. And then obviously the challenge get harder as well. But I was always up for the challenge anyway, and I always like to tackle a challenge. So that's how I've managed to develop the mindset I have. Schooling was difficult, not so the best, but then again I think I learned so much from school because I think it gave me that foundation. So if it was not for that, and then obviously combine it with sport, so I was basically a student athlete during the time when I was at school, even though I prefer sport and school, so I did both. And I managed to finish university as well, so doing both, it taught me many lessons about myself and what's required. Be the best you can be. I mean, you never quite know what you can do until you continue doing it. I guess if you stop doing something, you wouldn't know what you could have done if you had continued. So a part of me said that even if it's uncomfortable or if it's a journey which you have to overcome, personally it can be done. It's nothing lasts forever. You just have to just have the will to keep on going, regardless of what the challenges are. Training routine, usually basics goes to stretching, 4 days training, but twice a day training, 4 days a week on each of those days when I train. Usually starts at 8 AM, finish about 9:45, 10 in the morning. And I'll go into other parts of my day which I've also got more time for. So I preferably like to start early in the day. And even though I'm more of a night person, so it's opposite to my personality in other ways, but it works out perfectly for me anyway. And I'm based at Myland, which is East London, Victoria Park. That's my venue of training. I've been there my 10 years so, from 2014, and that's where I've made the majority of my progression from there, and I've been there since. They've helped form my personality in a way, learning to adapt to different personalities, working closely with them as well, learning about each and every person, and then at the same time also looking to reach your own personal goals as well. So it's like we help one another in a way. And over time you just become more family oriented, so the more you get to know someone, the better it is for you to actually enjoy the sessions more. So each and every person has come with their own way of doing things in other ways anyway. During my injury in 2018, I had suffered from a hamstring strain, which then cut me off some of the strength that I once had. But I regained it through mental strength. So I use my mental strength to come back, knowing that if I work so hard, come so far, I had every reason to start coming back and work harder to come back to full fitness. And eventually I did. So at the end of that season, I did come back with a personal best in the 400. And that was what happened.
Blango's got a bit of work to do here in lane number 4. Rodriguez Ramirez going well in 5. Rodriguez Boulevard of Venezuela still holding the line in lane number 6. Blango, though, trying to make a charge. Kakayu of France, though, lane 7. Blango trying to get back.
Well, when it comes to injuries, as far as making a comeback, it requires a lot of mental strength. So on that aspect, you have to look at where you are, how you're going to come back, what you're going to do differently. And I said to myself, I'm just going to continue what I've been doing, but not knowing the outcome, maybe I was uncertain, but I knew that it's something that I had to continue with. So I just continued to do rehabilitation work. I was patient, but used more my mental strength to come back, which then helped my physical attributes to come back again and then race like I was supposed to before. So that's exactly what I've done. I'm more self-motivated. Whatever it is I'm passionate about, that's simply what I put my heart into. So it's, I guess it comes from the fact that I love what I do. And when you love what you do, there's no limitations to passion. You just have to do what you love. And it will show over time, because when you love what you do, time shows, and then you continuously make progression as you keep doing it. And that's where my mental strength comes from. Well, it was, you know what, I guess it was mixed feelings, because I was unexpectedly, I didn't know I was going to be part of the GB team, but then again, second, I knew it was going to be an opportunity for my second wave of my career at that time. So I knew that if it happened for a reason, it must have been an opportunity for me to actually grasp what I can actually do if I did my absolute best, and that was it. The first one is a start, and of course you're new to the whole Olympic cycle and so on. But now that I've experienced the first one, having to do the same as the first, now I've gone to my second, expectations are always higher. But I guess at the end, I've also learned to just be within yourself, be who you're meant to be, remain yourself, and just look forward to the challenge of doing the best you can. So that's how I'm taking the approach. Well, it's something it's something I dreamt of since I was young. I said that I want to be pro. From 16 when I started, I said I wanted to be pro in track and field. Little did I know it's going to be a long process. So when I got to Tokyo, it was my first really ever big competition. As far as the Olympic goes, and I only just known about the Paralympics in 2020 when I became a T20 athlete for the 400 for GB. So it's a privilege to actually be not only be part of the national team, but to represent them also, and to achieve my personal goal, and also meet others alike that have been through other situations similar or different to mine. So it was good. It was my first Olympics. I'm happy about that. So I'm still now continuing to go to working towards my second one, which should be a bigger challenge now. I guess it just goes to show that to me personally, I think it just goes to show that if you want something and you dreamt of something, it will come to you. If you work hard for it, it will come to you also. And just keep dreaming. And personally, the hard work will come to a time where, now when the time comes together and you accumulate all that work, it will eventually come to a successful end, and that's what I've always been looking to achieve. I would say every difficulty is all part of the journey. Though it's a barrier, it doesn't define you, but what will define you is the outcome, what you make of your situation. So if you're stronger mentally than your circumstance, I believe that you will overcome, and that will not only be the start of your journey to becoming stronger. Anything that you want, it will come to you. You just have to just find the way to push through. Everything's temporary. Well, looking at where I'm in the season now, I'm yet to I'm looking to compete in this Paralympics in August to September, and just see where I go from there. So I'm taking one step at a time, just slowly, gradually, but seeing where I am, where I'm going, and my achievements at that point. So I'm just taking it every point as it goes from there.
Columba Blango, a new lifetime best. The 29-year-old, 47.81 seconds, takes home a Paralympic bronze medal for Great Britain.
My name is Columba, Paralympic GB, T20 400 representing Great Britain.